Hey everyone, this is Corinne Lafont, your favorite radio host, your only radio host and favorite girl, of course, broadcasting to you from the lovely island of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean on Between the Lines. And you know how I start my show off. For those of you who are regular listeners or watchers of my show, I am always with gratitude. And I'm so thankful to be here today, to be able to do another show, to have a wonderful guest with me, W.T. Hamilton, and to just be able to keep doing the work that I'm doing and impacting the lives. Even if it's just one life, that's a lot because I know that one life will be able to have a ripple effect on others. Yeah. So I am so thankful to be here again today. So I have with me, as I said before, W.T. Hamilton. The W starts for Wayne. He says he also goes by W.T., but I'll call him Wayne today since we're
Yeah,
on a first name basis. Yeah.
that
And
sounds good.
we're talking about mindset for success. And let me tell you a bit about Wayne and we'll go straight into it. So W.T. Hamilton, or Wayne, is the creator of the world's first one chapter book. He needs to explain that. First one chapter book series helping driven entrepreneurs solve business problems. One chapter book at a time is not, yes, one chapter book at a time. Normally
Mhm.
people say one book at a time, but he has one chapter book at a time. He specializes in teaching mindset techniques to build confidence to create your life in the vision of your dreams. That's a nice way of putting it. Creating life in the vision of your dreams. He is an award-winning author and has also co-wrote the Your Invincible Power book series with his mom. He lives to inspire. And we're going to show you a little later down in the interview his website, so you'll get to see how you can reach him, how you can get access to his books and programs and contact him directly, all those juicy stuff. So welcome, Wayne, to Between the Lines.
Yeah, thank you, Karina. I'm really excited to be on the show today.
Yes, it's great to have you. And we were talking off air and just a little bit, and just to share with the listeners and those who will be listening. You're originally from England and moved over when you were 4 to Canada, where you are now. You're in London, Ontario.
Yeah.
Yes? So
Yeah.
you've been living in Canada for so many years. And while I'm enjoying the sun and in my shorts and spaghetti strap in Trinidad, you are all, warmed up because it's cold a bit, I guess, in Canada right now.
Yeah, it's cold. It warmed up a little bit today, but it's still way colder than where you are right now.
Oh, I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah.
So, wait, we're talking about mindset for success. We're hearing that as a buzzword a lot lately. Mindset, it's all about the mind. I too tell people everything starts in the mind.
Yeah.
Why is it linked to success? Why,
So,
and how do you link that back to your one chapter book series?
so you have to have like a belief in yourself and what you're able to do to really build the success that you have as an idea, because when it's just an idea, it's like a fantasy. But the mindset allows you to focus on taking the action steps that you need to take to make it become something real. So a lot of people, they get into that cycle where they have all these great ideas, they want to do things, but they don't have the belief in being able to do it. So they're always asking someone to tell them that they can, tell them that they're ready. So you have to develop that mindset that you believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody's going to believe in you. So you have to really believe in yourself first, and then other people will come and start to support what you're thinking about and what you want to do and your
But
vision.
that's the challenge right there, Wayne. How do they believe in themselves? Because even
So
if somebody else tells them, they still have the challenge of believing that they can do it.
yeah, so what I teach people is how to take small little actions to create momentum. So what I see is a lot of people, they'll pray or they'll meditate and visualize, and then an opportunity will come to them. But instead of having gratitude and taking action on that, they say, "Oh, I'm not ready right now. It's not. I was just thinking about doing that, but right now is not the time." So you have to do a little something. It doesn't have to be a big move, but you have to do something that creates a little momentum. So even just exploring that idea and starting to look into how could I make that be something more than just this fantasy, this idea, right? That's how the one chapter books really got started.
Okay. And why you call it a one chapter book series? Is it just one chapter in the book?
Yeah, the whole book is one chapter long.
You know, that is so cute because people are not really into reading these 200-page, 300, 400, and more books. They just want
Yeah.
something quick, bite size, give it to me, and let me move with it. So I like the idea of the one chapter book. I can't believe there's something called one chapter book.
Yeah, and what happened was I was reading a lot of business books, a lot of marketing books, and they had like 15, 20 chapters, but there was only one chapter that I needed that really solved the problem that I was trying to solve. So
Mm-hmm.
then I realized, I can just write. There's a lot of experience I have being a business consultant and then an entrepreneur
Mm-hmm.
that I could help people, but there's many things that maybe they don't need to know right now.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just focus on here's the problem you have right now. This is the book for you. If you don't have that problem, you don't need to read that book. Here's
Mm-hmm.
another book I have that solves another problem.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started rolling that out, people were finding that very exciting.
Yeah, and I think that syncs well with what you were just saying a while ago. Um, just take small steps. We can't
Yeah.
take in so much all at once. We suffer
Mm-hmm.
from overwhelm very easily. I know it happens to me. When you know
Mm-hmm.
you have so much to do and you're like, oh, Corinne, you need to breathe. You need to breathe, breathe, breathe. And then you
Yeah.
realize, I just need to take the littlest thing. What's the easiest thing that will make me feel good today? The
Yeah.
smallest thing. And then I just do that one thing. And then I say, I can do something else tomorrow or next week. And just take it one at a time. So I think that one chapter book series will be a fabulous seller. And I mean, you're an award-winning author, I'm sure, with that book. So I
Yeah.
think it's a very, very good idea. And you're absolutely right. When you go to buy a book, you're going with a purpose in mind. So even if it's a business book or some other book, you go
Mm-hmm.
through the table of contents and you're like, let me see if it has that thing I'm looking for. And you find that one chapter and you buy the book just because of that one chapter. So yeah, the one chapter book is a fabulous idea. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
What, tell me a bit more about the one chapter book.
So it is really orientated on what I'm trying to do is teach people how to use mindset in
Mm-hmm.
business.
Mm-hmm.
So everything that I do in there is there's a mindset strategy that helps you to solve the problem. So one of them was ask for the money, and it's how
Mm-hmm.
to really get the confidence to
Ah,
once you've done the presentation to actually ask for what the value is and understand what it is that you're bringing to the table. And
that is a challenge for many entrepreneurs. We can
yeah,
go all the way from beginning, and when it's time to close the deal and ask for the money, you're shaking like a leaf. You're like,
yeah,
no, they're going to say no. All the
hmm,
different, monkey chatter is going to come in your head. The two voices on the shoulders saying and talk you out of it. All sorts of crazy things, as opposed to just saying, hey, just ask for it. They might just say it. They might even offer you more. You
yeah.
just don't know.
And a lot of the time, people they feel guilty because they don't know the value that they're offering. So they're just looking at the money, but it's
Mm,
like what is the actual value? Because
yeah.
usually the offer is worth more than the money you're asking for.
Hmm. All of that I'm thinking, Wayne, is coming from fear. A lot of people
Hmm.
think fear is like, you go to the movies and something frightens you, or you're in the dark
Hmm.
and something frightens you. Fear comes in all those different ways. The fact that you don't believe in yourself, it comes from fear. The fact that
Yeah.
you're afraid to ask for the sale or to close the deal or to put your value out there, it's fear. The fact that, that you want to start something and you keep making excuses, it's fear. It's
Hmm.
all fear based.
Yeah, it is. And a lot of the fear is not even it's not even things that are actually happening. It's things that
No.
you think might happen or it's happened to somebody else, and
Yeah.
it might not even be somebody you know. It's somebody you see on TV talked about something they tried to do and
Yeah.
it failed.
It's not even happening. So
Yeah.
it's not like you're actually in a movie and you're frightened by something. It's right there,
Hmm.
or you feel a fear, or you
Yeah.
walk into a dark room and you might feel something. It's not happening.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
And the
Yeah.
crazy thing is that people that can move past that fear, they're the ones that succeed. And so to have that mindset for success, I mean, that's one of the things you have to learn, is that you can't worry about things that you can't control.
Yes.
And the things that you can control, you don't have to worry about. So really, you have nothing to worry about.
That seems like a very simple statement, and it is, and it makes
Mhm.
sense. But to the human mind is like, what? What?
and, and that's what is hard, is there's a lot of these things that sound great, but how do you actually do them?
Yeah,
That's what I focus on, is teaching people how to actually do it, because you can say this stuff and it's motivational and
yeah,
inspiring.
yeah,
As soon as you hit that real hurdle
yeah,
and the
yeah,
money's not flowing and things aren't working and people are
yeah.
looking at you like, what are you trying to do, man?
Yeah,
You
what
think
are you
you think you
trying
can do
to
this?
do? Yeah, it's not gonna work. And of course, you always have that cheering squad that's there to pull you down, throw the
Yeah.
cold water, make you feel bad about the decision, question
Hmm.
you, put in doubt and everything. But
Yeah.
really, the resilience has to be in you. You have to be able to see those cheering squad of naysayers and say, you know what, I'm pushing past you. I am ignoring
Hmm.
you. I am going for it whether or not, because I prefer to do it and let's say quote unquote fail, although I don't like to use the word fail, but let's use
Hmm.
that, you know, and at least I could say I did it. You were just
Hmm.
cheering and naysaying. Did you do it?
Yeah.
Did you try it? But I
Yeah.
did. I know what it feels
Exactly.
like. Yeah, I know what it feels like. I know
Hmm.
now what I need to do so that the next time, and I know the naysayers will be shocked to hear you say the next time. The next
Hmm.
time when I do it again, I would know, okay, don't run that way, take this road, don't do this, don't do that. But you can't
Yeah.
say that because you haven't even tried it.
Exactly. And
Wow.
there's two things there. So one is that people try to overthink and plan out every little step,
Yeah,
and then they get scared because there's way too many steps that you don't know how to do. But
yeah,
you only have to know how to do the first or second step. That's
yeah.
it. But the other thing is, so what I focus on is either I succeed at something or I learn. So as long as I'm doing those two things, I'm not failing. And
That's
that really
right.
drives me forward and keeps me moving in the direction of my dream, because I know it's okay if something doesn't work out, because I'm going to learn what not to do for next time. And so I'm building on that.
I love that. I think that's a solid point in the conversation so far. It's either you succeed or you learn, and sometimes you do
Mm-hmm.
both. So
Yeah.
you're not failing at any point in time. You're either
Mm-hmm.
succeeding or you're learning. Either way, you're benefiting. Come on.
Yes. Exactly.
Either way, you're benefiting. What the hell? I'm getting
Yeah.
upset just by thinking about it. Yeah, what the hell? Why are
Yeah.
you pounding yourself? Why are you, putting down yourself? Because you're going to learn something. You
Yeah.
are going to learn something. There's no way, unless, I mean, you're that, I don't know, blank, I don't know that you can't learn.
Yeah.
But there must be something that you
Mm-hmm.
learn from the experience, you know?
Exactly.
This is
Exactly.
crazy. But mindset
Mm-hmm.
for success too, Wayne, also to me, from my experience, has to do with the people that you have around you. You have to,
Yeah.
because we spoke about the naysayers, it's important for you to, maintain that sort of mindset that you cannot have certain types of people with certain types of mindset around you. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah. Yeah, that is very important. So what you find is, when you decide, I'm going to build this idea into a dream,
Mm-hmm,
into a real service, or I mean a real product.
mm-hmm.
As you start to move toward that, you're automatically going to push some people away, because first of all, they think you're crazy,
Of course.
and they think, well, who are you to do that, right?
That's right.
But
Yeah,
also, they can't really talk the language you're talking anymore, because your language starts to change.
that's
You
right.
start to say, I will do this, and I
Mm-hmm,
am doing that, instead of I hope and I wish.
mm-hmm.
And just that language kind of scares people and pushes them away, because they're like I don't know how to deal with you anymore. You're you're positive, and then you're actually achieving things.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
how are you achieving this thing when you were the same as me, and now all
Yeah.
of a sudden you're moving up?
Yeah. What changed? And you started to talk what? A
Hmm.
different language? It reminds me of the butterfly and the caterpillar. I'm like, I don't speak caterpillar. I don't speak caterpillar.
Yeah, exactly. So you see that you start to shed away some of the people that were there,
Yeah.
And then they come back though, because once you get to a certain level and things
Oh
are really
yeah.
working, then they
Yeah.
want to know how you did it. How'd
Oh.
you do that? How'd you build that? Yeah,
Yeah.
they weren't there to help you, but they're there to learn from you after. So
Yeah. Yeah.
the thing
Yeah.
I believe is you got to always be in service.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, is if you're in service and you're helping people and you're sharing, and you got to watch that they don't take advantage of you. But at the same time, the more that you can share and the more you can
Yeah.
help, the faster that you build your dreams.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a serious journey, and it's a continuous journey,
Yeah,
Wayne. It never stops.
yeah,
And you have to
yeah,
be on that path of growth all the time. I want to ask
yeah.
you, in your business and helping others with this whole mindset to success, could
Mm-hmm.
you pick out one of your clients that really stood out for you, that really struggled, and now he or she has overcome and still progressing? Could you share that? Because it may resonate with someone who may be listening or who will listen to this at a particular point in time. And I want them to be able to relate to that story.
Yeah. So I had this lady I was working with, and she wanted to. So she had her business was like mainly referral,
Mm-hmm.
and she lived in a small town, and she wanted to be able to do what I was doing because she seen I was doing a lot of networking events and doing things. So I talked to her about what success looked like for her first of all,
Mm-hmm.
because the first thing you need to know is what it means for you. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you come to me and you don't have a clear picture of what your success should look like, I'm going to tell you how to build success in my version of success, and it might not
That's
be what
right.
you want.
That's
So
right.
first we looked at that, and then what I was able to do is I was able to help her to learn how to network with people and have like just genuine conversations instead of going to an event and trying to sell something. Just really getting to know people and having a real conversation. And then I showed her how you can drive people back to, say, like your website or whatever without trying to push anything.
Mm-hmm.
And by her doing that, she not only started to gain more confidence in going out and being in front of people that she didn't know,
Mm-hmm.
but we targeted like a 200-kilometer radius. So it's like a
Mm-hmm.
100-mile radius. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
go to big cities there and start to get to know people.
Mm-hmm.
And as you do that, you'll start to get referrals. So just from her doing that, it took her probably about 6 months, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
She had called me and said that all of a sudden now she's got, like, so she's in Michigan, and
Mm-hmm.
she was getting clients in New York that she had never met just from referrals because of her expanding her circle and learning how to show up confidently and having real conversations with people. So
Yeah.
she really thanked me because it blew up her business basically.
So she was out networking face to face, or what were her strategies that she
So
used to?
so she was just sticking to her local area and just
Mm-hmm.
going to places where she already knew a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got her to get out of her comfort zone,
Mm-hmm.
but also to drop the sales pitch,
Yeah.
to not go to, to these events with a sales pitch, but to just go and have real conversations with people, get to know them, see what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes all you're doing is connecting someone you met with somebody else you met.
Yeah.
But even by doing that, that starts to build your reputation as somebody
That's
that's
right.
in service and you're helping people. And then
That's right.
it comes back to you. It's like a boomerang.
Oh, yes, it does. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yes, it does. That's what I say. People really don't understand this whole thing. I don't know the thinking of yesteryear and what I've just had a different way of thinking, Wayne. I
Mm-hmm.
believe in building relationships and do what you can to help people. It
Yeah.
don't have any motive in mind when you're doing it. Just help others as best as you can within, let's say, I wouldn't want to use the word limitations, but the
Mm-hmm.
parameters of what you can help somebody to do. And if it means referring someone because you don't offer that particular service, whether it's a service or not, or it's not in your capacity, but you know someone who can help, you do that.
Yeah.
You do that without looking for gain, because it
Yeah.
will come back to you. It will, and it will not come back from the person that you referred to, right? But it may come from a
Exactly.
total stranger. Just
Yeah.
do good. It comes right back down to just doing good. Just do
Yeah.
good and be of service. It's in the Bible, Wayne.
you
Do
know
good.
It's like there's like these blueprints for success in the Bible that
It's
people
in
don't
the
realize.
Bible. I mean, you don't have to go
Yeah.
far. It's in the
No.
Bible.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Do
it's like, how
unto
do you apply
others.
that? Yeah.
Yes, do unto others as you would want others to do unto you. I don't know where in the Bible that is. Forgive me. But
Yeah.
oh my goodness, it is there. Just do
Yeah.
the right thing and do good
Yeah.
without ever looking for something in return. Just do good and do the right thing. That's all.
Yeah. So I sneak those moral messages into my book.
I like
And
that
it,
you
but
sneak it.
and I don't reference the Bible or anything, but it's the
No.
same. It's the same, and it's it's
Yes.
inspired by what
Yes.
Jesus was teaching. It's
Of
inspired by
course.
just being good and having moral integrity
That's
and
right.
building your business with your heart.
Ah, and it will come back to you. And let's
Yeah.
just say it doesn't come back to you. You, Wayne, or you, Corinne, in your family, in the generations to come, it will benefit
Mhm.
them.
Yeah. And you
My,
feel good. You feel good because
of course.
when you're doing things in a bad way, you have to watch over your back all the time.
Oh my
You're
God.
wondering, is this guy gonna come and take back the money that I ripped off? Or
You can't walk
yeah,
in joy and in peace. You're wondering
no,
every time, looking over your shoulder. Why live like that?
yeah. And the people you attract in your life, they're all the same as you at that point. So they're trying to rip you off.
That's
You
right,
don't know if
undermine
the
you.
relationship is a real relationship or just a money thing.
Oh, Wayne. Oh, Wayne, just do the
you
right
know,
thing. Do
just do the
good.
right thing.
Do
Yeah.
the right thing. Wayne, I want to hop across to your website. Let me see if I can do that here.
Mhm.
Where is the share button? Yeah. Where do I have your website? Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can pull up that
Yeah.
website here.
And on that website, it's it features a lot of the books that me and my mom wrote together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we wrote a lot of books really about just mindset in general,
Nice.
using like the law of attraction and using different ways of doing things. So my mom is very spiritual, so she writes
Nice.
about the spiritual part, and then I use the logical action step part.
Yes. So that's a good combination, a great balance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's your mom there?
Yeah, that's my mom.
Yay.
And she has
Yeah.
her own book coming out. It should be coming out next month.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, it's a fictional novel. It's her first fictional novel.
Oh, nice. It's good to have a mom and son collaboration. Isn't that sweet? Why can't many mothers work with their sons like that, or sons work with their mothers? They're like,
Yeah.
you're working with your mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've had that. Tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, a lot of people wonder how that came about, and I always tell people, if you had told me in my 20s
Mm-hmm.
that when I get into my my late 30s and 40s, I was going to be working with my mom, I would have thought you're on drugs, and I'd be like, well, I don't know what you're smoking, but you better give me some of that.
Yeah, because
But
you're in your 20s. Who's thinking of that? I'm like, please, my mom. That's my
yeah.
mom. She's just supposed to be my mom.
but it really worked out because she's the one that got me into so the law of attraction is what we
Yes.
first focused on. And so she got me into that, and then she didn't know I was writing stuff, because basically what I was doing is a lot of because it's very spiritual, it was hard for me to get my head around. So I was trying to look at it as, how do I apply this to my business? So I was writing a lot of things that were working, and basically writing notes that I was going to share with my kids as they got older.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said she was going to write a book. And so I said, well, I've been writing a bunch of stuff. You can see if any of this will work for your book. And I ended up, like, half the things I wrote was like, that was half the book. So our first book was this joint book looking at how you can use law of attraction and mindset, either spiritually or logically.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the male and the female perspective of it. So we call ourselves the unlikely duo.
Ooh, yeah, the unlikely duo. That sounds like
Yeah.
you need a cape and a letter on your chest.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nice. I like that. So here we are on your website. with the unlikely duo. All right. A new update on Where the Wind Blows. New novel coming soon. Yes. What would you like me to feature on this? Oh, you listen to Abraham Hicks. I love her.
Yeah, so that's my mom. So that's the spiritual side. So she's a huge Abraham follower.
I love Abraham. I follow Abraham. I listen to Abraham. Oh my God. I love it. Yeah, yeah. No, she's really good. She really grounds you and puts things in perspective. It's like, why are you worried? Why are you worried? You're not supposed to be worried about anything.
Yeah.
Because what you focus on is what you attract. So if you're worried, you're attracting more worry.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So what can we focus on here? The first thing is I'm seeing this, which is great so that persons can reach out to you to get more updates and building tools.
Yeah.
And to get a free book. Yeah. So put in your name and email address. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have the features. So on the side you have featured blogs, and then in the top you have offers you'll love. Yeah. Okay. So on the top menu there's offers you'll love. And
oh yes, let me go to that. Yeah. Nice.
So feature some of the different programs that you can purchase from us for training.
Okay, is that you? You're bald headed? Oh, you're wearing a cap now.
Yeah. My cap is my hairstyle.
Oh, okay. Okay. You don't need to go to the barber very often with a cap.
No.
Right? Okay. When you're using all 7 in your daily life, then you'll really have the hidden advantage. That's a great video to watch. I don't know what it means, but it's a great video to watch just because of that. Yeah, this is great. This is great. And you have more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great stuff. I like that. And I like how this one looks. It makes you look comfy, like you're in someone's home, just talking to them. Yeah.
Yeah. I really try to have personal touch with people and
well, that's what we're supposed to do.
Have real relationship. Yeah.
That's what we're supposed to do. And you offer mentoring and that type of thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I do coaching. A lot of the coaching I do is accountability. So a lot of people know what they should do, but they don't actually do it. So they need someone to say,
hold their hand. Are you doing it? Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. They will make great to-do lists, or write down all the stuff. And when it's time to get it done, it's another story. That's another hurdle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think they need a business coach to map out the whole idea, but it's not. You really need the person just to keep pushing you to stay on course.
Yeah. How can they get a copy of your book?
So the books are all on Amazon. And I think there are links.
Are there links on your website?
I think so.
Let me just go back and see quickly. I was going to ask if there were links there, but I didn't see any. Here's the back cover. That's for the one that's Where the Wind Blows.
I don't know if there's a tab for one chapter. I haven't been on their website actually for a little while.
I'm not seeing anything. No. But let's just hop over to Amazon quickly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to books. Is it under WT?
Yeah, it can be under WT Hamilton, W.T.Hamilton, or they'll you scroll down.
Remind me the name of the book.
So the one is called The Harsh Truths. But
the Harsh Truth.
Yeah, Harsh Truths with an S.
This one. Nice. Okay.
So that was the first one that I've got turned into an audiobook as well.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. And do you have any other books under your name, or is it just this one for now?
Oh no, there's 13 altogether, but there's 6 one chapter books.
Okay. But they could start here and get to know
So
more about you. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and if they click my name there, and then it'll
This
take
one?
them to the big list of books. Yeah,
That's what I was wondering. Yes.
yeah,
So this
that's
gives
the
you
main
more. Yeah. Wonderful.
author page. Yeah.
So your invincible power. Yeah. This is nice. So if you want to get more, and of course you have videos and stuff. So this is your author central page where everybody can see everything that you're up to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's
you have
all
many
this.
books.
One chapter, people. And how long is one chapter? What's the number of
So,
pages?
so the first few were around 80 pages. The last couple of books,
That's good.
they're about 150.
Yeah.
But the
That's,
actual chapter story, so the new books are around 100 pages, and the other ones are around 60 pages of the actual
yeah,
story.
that's like a 2 hour, 2.5 hour leisurely read. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Depending on how fast you read and no distractions, and you can just before you go to bed, you can knock off that book and make some notes and be ready in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. So that's cool. Well, this has been good. Any final words, Wayne, that you want to say to the listening audience?
Really, I mean, the main thing is believe in yourself. Don't ever talk yourself out of what you're thinking. Talk yourself into what you're thinking, because you've received that idea for a reason.
Oh, yes.
Right? You've asked in prayer, or you've asked in meditation, you've asked somehow for a solution, and that idea is one of the solutions. So you have to acknowledge that, have gratitude for that, and do something with it. Even if it's something small, just do something with it.
That's right.
That's how everybody builds up their success. They build it just one step at a time.
That's right. Even though you may see them being all on the media and everything happened overnight, it was not overnight. It took them many, many years to get there. You're just seeing their success now, but you didn't know what they had to go through, just like you, to get to where they are today. And you can be there as well. Thank you so much, W.T. Hamilton, the one chapter book series author. Yes, with the dynamic duo and his mom. Yes, Pamela Hamilton. And I thank you both for doing the work that you're doing and for being a guest on my show and sharing your wisdom and knowledge. Thank you so much.
And I really appreciate it, Karina. It was an awesome conversation. Really had a lot of fun doing this interview.
Thank you. All the best to you.
All right. Thank you.